installed it. On my way to the bank. What was this guy doing? He sat there the entire green light. Oh man, I'm gonna be waiting here for a while. Why do I always pick this one? This is the wrong street. The wrong intersection to ever get on. Please, please let me. Now it's my turn. Right. Of course, this is the bumpy road. Okay. So, I said this 3 times, and I kept getting cut off because of my attention issues. But I live in a town. The senior population takes up about must be 30 to 40%. Like it's an incredible amount. And that's even after a lot of seniors have moved to another neighboring town, where it's even more so. I find that my traffic issues generally are caused by people of a certain age. And I'm not saying that seniors are all bad drivers, but it's when they don't see you. It doesn't register that you're there. And I'm not even just talking about when I'm on my motorcycle, but even in my car, I've got a little Chevy Spark, which I can understand. Okay, maybe it's too small, right? I also drive 2012 Chevy Orlando, which if you're in the States, you will have no idea what I'm talking about because they're not sold there. But anyways, it's a crossover SUV. It's basically a station wagon. And how do you not see something that's, whatever it is, 12, 15 feet long, and, pulling out on a green light, and here you are sitting at a red, and you're turning right, and you just don't see me. It's just incredible. Come on, man. And it's also a farming community. Can you tell? There's a truck, there's a truck, there's a truck with a trailer. I'm going. There's another truck, there's a truck. There's a lot of trucks. You go to this Chevy dealer, not where I bought any of my vehicles, but they have, generally they have all the models except for the smaller ones, which like let's say the Spark or the Sonic. And which are really great sellers if you live in the city, but here it's all trucks. It's funny to see how the mentality is that okay, everybody has a truck, we get it, farming community, awesome. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I have no problem with living in a farming community or with the people who live here. It's just they're everywhere, so they don't use them for their purpose, right? Like they just mod them out and whatever. And that's fine. I think everybody should enjoy, whatever you enjoy, just go for it. That's great. But it's the way they drive it after they do that. They constantly just feel like, well, let's spin our tires everywhere, and just like at every single intersection. I took my motorcycle safety course, and the instructor, we're sitting outside, during the evening there, and it's every 5 minutes he has to stop and he gets distracted by these spinning tires, and he's like, oh, and he looks at me And he said, only in a farming community. And I'm like, yep. Because in the city, yeah, you have a couple of guys with these big trucks and they spin their tires every so often, but generally speaking, you know, people don't do that. It's not quote unquote normal. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to throw out all of this video, or at least I'll dump all the audio, because you're not going to be able to hear a thing that I'm saying, because I probably didn't do the mic right again. Going to pay a bill. Gotta go pay the hydro bill, the electricity. And I do believe I will pick the left lane. That's right. In a rural community, you have to drive whatever it is, 4 kilometers out of town to pay a bill. Oh boy. And something just is not quite right. Might stall here. I was in second. It wouldn't let me shift down. What the heck? That's not safe on the highway. Just was totally loose there. And now I've got the bugs on my windshield. The bugs on my windshield. And now can I get into first? There it is. Nice and solid. That's a bad feeling when you're on the highway. Cars are coming up behind you at 80 kilometers an hour for that intersection. And you don't know if you're going to stall it or not. And if they're going to see you. Anyways, I'm going to run in here really quick and pay my electricity bill, as I wish to have electricity. So I will be right back. Anyways, that's done. Done talking about my farming community that I live in. I have, just to clarify, nothing wrong with living in a farming community. I don't know if it's for me. I'm thinking about moving to the city, just nothing wrong, like I said, with where I live per se, just a little bit lack of opportunity in jobs, job variety I should say. I don't think there's that much unemployment. Actually, I think we're rated quite low for unemployment, but you know, it's a lot of the same kind of jobs. I mean, even besides farming and stuff, you don't have that many bigger businesses that you could work at. For me, I'm not somebody who wants to work in retail. I'm not somebody who wants to work, stocking shelves anywhere. I don't want to work at a gas station. I've been in management for probably about 10, 11 years. And I like that a lot better than being on the other end of that. At the same time, I really don't enjoy dealing with what comes with being a manager, dealing with staff on like the negative aspects. If people aren't listening, if people are doing the wrong thing, I really hate confrontation, and that is something that, I think everybody, even people who are good with dealing with confrontation, I think nobody likes it. Nobody likes to be the guy that says, sorry, so-and-so, we feel like we can't employ you anymore because this happened or that happened, and nobody wants to be that guy, even if you handle it really well. Like, I know that people that have probably been doing this a lot longer than me, like let's say 30 years, 40 years of management, it was a learned skill for me, and I still feel like I haven't done a very good job of the confrontation part when it's necessary. I don't think that anybody could say, I enjoy reprimanding people. I enjoy firing people sometimes. It's a terrible feeling to tell someone they're doing a bad job. And it's not because I want to be their friend. I certainly don't want to be their friend. I don't want to have a friend that I work with, to be honest. especially if I'm the manager. I don't want to deal with that because, you know, there's so many issues that can come with that, being a friend with someone who you're a manager of. And that's something I certainly wouldn't want to deal with, because then it becomes extremely personal. So I already find it a bit personal when you're the manager with something. You have a working relationship. It's not a friendship per se, but it's a working relationship. And those are the people that you spend almost as much time with as your own family. So when something goes wrong, when something is, you know, there's a big negative cloud in the area, you know, hovering right above you and this other person all the time because something they did or something they felt you did, maybe. It sucks. It makes it into a really crappy thing. So anyways, that'll be the end of this first motovlog for myself. My name's Matt. And I don't have a catchphrase yet. Can you think of a catchphrase for me? Because I can't think of one. Don't point the video at the school or you're gonna be arrested. Oh, and slow down in school zone. Alright, later.